Well, we have a special, unique opportunity today to get to interview and talk to a couple of people who are involved in our ESL program. We have Allison and Ella with us, and Diana is our director of our ESL program. But if Allison, you and Ella could introduce yourselves, tell us who you are just a little bit as we get started.
Sure. My name is Hao Liu. I'm Chinese people. I'm from China, and you can call me Ella. And I born in the Mongolia, and I just come American. Like this is my second year. So then helped me a lot to improve my English. So I'm really appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm Allison Raymer, and my husband Chuck and I have been members of Woodland for about 2.5 years. And this was a great way for me to be able to get involved with ESL.
Okay. So Ella, could you tell us just a little bit about how you found us? How did you get involved in ESL at Woodland?
Sure. The first time I came in San Antonio, and I went to the Chinese church in San Antonio. There's only 3 in totally. I went to the new one, and the Chinese church is famous about Woodland Church, and they told me only Woodland churches do really professional classes about ESL. So they want me to try there. And remember last year I went to the Woodland Church and found you to take exam first, and then I get your class. I'm really appreciate. Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything specific about your experience you'd like to share just in general? Maybe your experience with your classmates or anything that's been meaningful for you?
Yeah, I think the most different for me is the culture is different because most of the classmates is immigration, and my classmates is like 12 people. Sometimes it's 15 people, and it's from different kind of countries, from China, Turkey, Russian, Iran, and India. A lot of people, a lot of countries. So in class, I learn not only improve my English, also the different culture from different countries, so I can understand and be friendly to each people. After you understand this.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Wow, I love that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the next question is for both of you. Why did each of you want to have a conversation partner? Allison, do you want to go first?
Sure. Well, to be honest, the ESL program, the strong ESL program at Woodland, is one of the things that drew me to the church when I learned about that, because that just has always, I've always felt drawn to helping people when they come to our country feel connected, and so when I knew that the church was that was a outreach of the church, I felt like that would be a good place to be. And I had tried to be involved in the classes, but to be honest, schedule-wise, it was just hard with my work schedule to be there during the class times. And this was a perfect opportunity when I think I saw it in the twig, and I thought this was a perfect opportunity to be involved. And Ella and I have been able to work it out with our schedules so that we can find a time or 2 every week to meet and talk that works, and it's been great.
Ella, why did you want to have a conversation partner?
I think the most reason is because Alison is really charming person for me. I am so lucky to find the conversation partner is Ellen. Maybe I don't know, because I feel she's not only the teacher, she's the partner, she's a friend. She try to understand different culture and learn from different culture. She respect my Chinese culture, you know. And I feel really, really good time with Addison, so we can keep going even she and me is busy. and we always on time and have short conversation about different topics. So she let me like from Chinese culture change to the cross culture, you know. Now I understand the life here, so if I understand, I can't judgment. It's like okay, I really enjoy the life here.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if both of you remember how you felt the first time you met.
Yes.
Your first online appointment.
Yes. After you introduce all our information, we just connect by the message first, and then WhatsApp. And I think the good point is we always on time, and we always like the make the schedule like every week the same schedule, so that you are easy to remember this and you are easy to go on. Mm-hmm. And plus the Alice and me of the conversation is really talk about different topic, so it's kind of really interesting, and she is really nice to listen, and she's really nice to listen and how to say, and teach me how to learn the culture here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm
Allison,
really
yeah. Sorry, Allison, do you remember how you felt?
Yeah, oh, I was so excited, but I really didn't know what to expect. And then I met Ella, and I agree, we had a instant connection. We both have a sense of humor. You know, we laugh about things, and I think in the beginning, I was wondering, what do I talk about, or what am I supposed to do? And so we decided we would pick a topic that we were interested in, or I would ask Ella, if you have a question about it. We talk a lot about culture and about social norms and differences in different cultures. And it's been great for me because Ella has traveled a lot all over the world, and I haven't traveled as much. So she can give me perspective from China, but also some of the different places she's been. So I think at the beginning, we were pretty consistent about having a topic that we would start with. But since then, it's kind of like whatever's happening in the world, we'll talk about maybe our experience here in America with that, or her experience in China. And especially with this COVID situation, I've learned so much about how other countries are dealing with it, and we compare. And then of course, sometimes we problem solve and think, if we were the rulers of the world, what would we do? We've come up with some great solutions. It's been great fun.
Good, good. Well, I wonder if you can think about what you have learned specifically from each other.
Ella, do you want to go first? I think Addison just teach me how to. Before I'm just I think okay, I'm traditional Chinese people. Chinese culture is the best. But Addison introduced me, open the whole world. So it's kind of like I'm from the Chinese culture to the cross culture, because I accept the American culture really much, and I'm really enjoy this thinking, because my mind is more open because of Addison, because of my cross partner. So I'm really thankful about this.
Me too. We've had so many fun conversations. I think the thing that I keep coming back to is so often we'll talk about different ways of expressing something maybe in our cultures, and what we find is that the intention is the same, to show compassion or to show caring or empathy, but it looks different. And so, for example, we had a great conversation once. Ella taught me about how in China, if you go to someone's house and they offer you a cookie or some food, you would say no, thank you, even if you were hungry. And you would say it 3 times, no, thank you, no, thank you. And that was the norm there, that you would say no, and then after the 3rd time, you might say yes. And the intention was because you wanted to be polite. And how in our country, after someone would offer her something and she would say no, thank you, the person would leave it at that and not ask again. And she would be wondering, oh no, aren't they going to ask again? But the intention on our side was we don't want to step on toes and bother somebody and be rude and ask too many times. So the intention is the same, to be helpful, to be polite, but it's different ways of getting there. And so in so many of those kinds of conversations, it's helped me just to understand it really is, there isn't one right way or wrong way, but it's so important to try to understand where other people are coming from and their intentions behind that, and then it's so much easier to connect.
So would you have any words of wisdom for someone who might be considering being a conversation partner?
I would say just do it. It's a wonderful opportunity, very flexible, so much fun, and I feel like I've made a friend for life, for sure. Ella and I have never met in person because of COVID, so we already have plans for when all of this gets more settled. We can't wait to meet in person. So I would encourage anyone to think about it. It's a great way to connect and to be involved. Ella, what about you?
Yes, I think so. It's like, I think the conversation is not only about your language, it's about what you're thinking. Because this is a really good opportunity to get a really good partner or friends. It's really close friends, and you can talk whatever you want to talk. And how to say, it's like you can learn from people face to face. It's similar face to face, but it's kind of the whole life friends. If you can get the friends closely, why not?
I agree.
Thank you so much. That was great.
It was a great opportunity. So I'm grateful that we have had the opportunity to do this.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much. I'm too thankful for Woodland and the investment in an ESL program at our church. And I love the phrase that Diana has been encouraging us to use, the world at Woodland. It's a beautiful thing. We can have so much to learn from each other. And I appreciate you all very much sharing with us today. And if anybody's interested in getting joining in, being a conversation partner, either learning English as your second language, or if you want to help somebody and then join together and learn from each other, as we kind of saw today, just contact Diana, and she'll be glad to put you in contact with some people and get you all connected and get you started right away. Thank you all again very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And then you know me, it's like, if Woodland Church need me, anytime I will show, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.